I have your attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm sorry. I've been asleep all day. It's your boy Doc Holiday. We back with another HBCU Overdrive. HBCU tonight, as always. Make sure that you like the stream, subscribe, comment, share. Most of all, donate to the channel. Can you hear me now? If you can, let me know. Oh, shoot. So, I'm here. Sorry for the delay, the serious delay. I've been pretty much sleep majority of this whole day, so I am I am trying to um I'm just trying to wake up. Just trying to wake up, y'all. But other than that, man, I appreciate everybody for jumping on today. Tonight it is Thursday, February the 1st, the year of our Lord 2024. Kind of crazy saying that. And it's start of Black History Month. So, you know, we gotta get into the Black History part of the thing. Got to get to the Black History part. Man, trying to get some other things going on. But I'm sitting here. I'm actually looking at the East-West Shrine game. Got a couple of players that are from our HBCUs that is playing in this game right here. So give a shout out to excuse me. Shout out to Mikey Victor from Alabama State, Aneen Dakwa from Howard, Willie Drew from Virginia State, and Willis Patrick from Jackson State. Even though he did transfer to TCU, he's still a graduate of Jackson State University. So let me get this thing going. And hopefully we get Mr. Ford on here tonight. We were trying to get him on here last time. Hope we get him on here tonight. I can't see what the crap. There we go. There we go. Move that one right there. See what we got right here. What up? What up, Doc? What's up? What's up, Craig? My boy Craig Hall in the building. Boy Craig Hall in the building. Third Ward Tiger. See who else we got up in here. Who else we got up in here? I'm going on my through my phone. Let's see, see who we got up in here, y'all. We got up in here. We got Miss Quay, we got Kaz. Hope he ain't freezing his ass off up in North Dakota tonight. Got my bro Jay Antonio up in here. Got Brandon. Got my boy Craig Hall, Chris Silas. He said he Hornet Nation now. Come on now. Come on. Come on now, man. Come on now. You can't be telling me you Hornet Nation, but I know you rocking with your kinfolk right there. I know you rocking with the kinfolk. But nah, but everything good over here. Everything is good. Um, but before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show, y'all already know. Gonna hit these. Gotta hit this link right here. Commercial break. We'll be right back in just a second.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiast.
All right, we back. We are back. Where am I air horn at? We back in here tonight. So y'all already know, man. We got some more people coming up in here. Miss Bonnie, how you doing, Miss Bonnie? We got Miss Mary is up in here, as always, from the 305. And she always live. Make sure y'all donate to the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Put this up in here. Oh yeah. But anyway, we are back up in here. So um gonna get up into it, y'all. So we're gonna get up in here. um yeah, it's set. It's 70 up in here. 70. It was 70 degrees in Dallas today, so um, we're gonna be expecting some rain this coming weekend. So far, so we got the Shriners out there tonight. We got the Shriners out there presenting awards. Uh, Steve Sarkeesian. So we looking at a good thing. It's good to have this game. So they have been practicing for like over a week and a half, and it's and I would say from what I'm getting with my intel from Intel, i.e. my boy Craig Gerald Huggins, who is here in Dallas. He was scouting with Draft HBCU. He had some good intel. Heard some good words from good things about our players that we got up in here. We also had, with Mikey Victor, who is pretty much holding his own, uh, holding his own against FBS talent. We talking about a kid who's only been playing football for like 4.5, 5 years, y'all. Just think about that. He only been playing football for like about 4.5, 5 years. He transferred in from UNLV. He is a former basketball player. He played basketball in high school. And he played 2 years under Eddie Robinson's system at Alabama State. And look where he at right now. He is at the East-West Shrine game. And he's getting so much praise at this at the practices. I really can't even keep up, y'all. I really can't even keep up. But it's good to have him first of all representing Big Bama State, second of all representing the HBCU, third of all representing the SWAC. Um, Coming up in here and doing what he do. Also, we had Aneem Donkwood. From what I'm hearing, he's been talking to a lot of scouts. He's been talking to a lot of scouts, like 28 teams, from what I'm hearing. Aneem is going to the NFL Combine, which is in a couple of weeks. The game is right now. It's on right now. It's on the NFL Network right now. So if you tune in on the NFL Network, make sure you check it out. He's been getting a lot of praise. Only thing about him is he has to kind of lose some weight. He came in listed at 362 pounds, standing at 6'8", 86-inch wingspan, which is damn near 7 feet, like over 7 feet long from fingertip to fingertip. Just think about that. And he's playing tackle. So what I'm hearing is he's going to try to get down to like 340, 345, get a little bit more quicker with his feet and nimble with his feet. And he's going to be a development. He's a development project. Willie Drew from Virginia State, he has had trouble. From what I'm hearing, he's competing, but been getting he's been getting worked on in the practices. Hopefully, he can actually, when he plays in the game, he can actually turn it into something positive and basically represent the Division II for HBCU with Virginia State and the CIAA. Of course, I think Willis Patrick is not in here in Dallas. He's actually in Mobile for the recent Senior Bowl. So I meant to say that. What's going on, Kyle? What's going on, Russell? Uh, I don't know. I don't know, Mr. Haynes. I think I'm thinking Mikey would get drafted. I'm thinking hopefully a name. I'm thinking a majority of our players will get drafted this season, this year. If not, of course you got. If not, of course you're gonna have players that's gonna come in as undrafted free agents. But the main thing is not even just to get drafted, but the main thing is to get them on the roster and let them stay on the roster. They once they get to the team, they gotta put the work in. And that's all I would have to say about that is once you get on the team, you got to put that work in. And you got to have the work ethic to actually stay on the team. That's why you see players like Marquise Bell, who had a phenomenal season this past year for my Dallas Cowboys. He's going to stay on the team. He's going to be in due for a price increase on his contract. You're going to have guys like Joshua Williams for Kansas City, who came out of Fayetteville State. Um, look, my man, the guy is in his second Super Bowl. Second Super Bowl. Walmart orders coming in, but he's gonna be in his second Super Bowl in in 3 years. Think about no, in 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. Second Super Bowl in 2 years. Just think about that. What's going on, Ashton? Ashton Martin. But just think about that. Josh Williams is going to be in his second Super Bowl in 2 years. That's crazy. That is crazy. What's going on, Doc? Uh, camera look. It's actually my laptop camera for this one. I'm actually in the dining room right now, so I'm supposedly getting some banners and some other stuff coming in. Hopefully, this try to get it in next month or this week. So yeah, that'll be my next project. We try to get some banners in here to put on the wall. Gonna get try to get some banners be put on the wall. Um, so that'll be my next thing. Lord Jesus, my moderators. But that'll be the next thing we got coming up. I want to try to get donations for is to like get some banners. I could get because I could get them at work and I can get them on discount, but we got to try to make sure we get a pricing for it. Um, get a pricing for it. So if you can, make sure you hit the donation button, the PayPal, Cash App, Zelle. Um, So that way we can get this stuff in. We can get this stuff in and it look real professional, y'all. It'll look professional. Lord Jesus, my moderator is something else. My moderators are something else, y'all. Um, But like I said, it's good to have these kids up in here to represent our institution, to represent the whole HBCU diaspora, um, and to go out there and compete and tell them and let them know like we can play ball too. So we can play ball too. So man, it's good to have them. I know that they've been practicing in Frisco at the Star in Frisco, so it's been a lot of stuff going. You know, it's a lot of stuff going on up there. They've been getting treated well by the Dallas Cowboys organization. Um, hey, it is what it is. I think that would be my stuff coming in right now. So, um, but I kind of missed some other stuff going on before we get into it. Y'all have to excuse me. Um, I've been on Twitter most of the day, but it ain't because of what was going on. What I saw on Twitter. Uh, I've been I've been keeping up. It is the first Thursday of the month in February. So the 1st of February. Uh, Here in Texas, we have our biennial realignment for classifications in high school. So pretty much, I've been keeping up with majority of the stuff for our high schools, and there's a lot of districts that are being refurbished. It's a lot of schools that's moved up because their enrollment is going up. There's a lot of schools that's moving down because their enrollment has dipped a little bit. It's some schools that have that filled out an appeal to have to stay in the classification where they at, and then it's some schools here where they don't care. They just want to go out there and compete. So I have been keeping up with that for majority of the day. I've been talking to some people about that. Um, I'm looking at a lot of competition in here in the DFW area, primarily the Great Southwest area, which is Best Southwest, which is basically here in Dallas County, Southwest Dallas County. That would be Cedar Hill, Duncanville, DeSoto, and then you add in Lancaster. So I've been looking at that and pretty much been keeping up with that. Um, Seeing a lot of schools get moved up, a lot of schools stay where they at. Um, like I said, come out here. If you're a college coach, if you in the diaspora and you looking for some dogs, come out here. We got some dogs for you. They are itching to go to a HBCU. They are itching to go to a HBCU. We have dogs out here. Don't get it twisted. Be right back, y'all. All right, we back. I'm sorry about that. What's going on, Mr. Blue? J Blue, what's going on? Uh, whew, Walmart order just came through, so had to bring it into the house. All right. Yeah. 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 Walmart order came through because I'm gonna tell you, I ain't going to Walmart and picking up, dragging all this stuff up 3 flights of stairs. Not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. All right, so we got a lot of people up in here. Y'all know it's the usual suspects up in here tonight. But anyway, look, first thing first. First thing first. Let's get this notion out of our head that why would we want I got a simple question. Why do we want the MEAC to die? Why would we want the MEAC to slowly go into obscurity? I'm just asking a question. I'm asking the question, questions that need answers. Okay? I'm asking. Why we want to send the MEAC into HBCU purgatory? Um, and why we want to get back FAMU? I don't know. I don't know. That's the reason why one reason why they left because they didn't want to travel. They you got to travel up to Baltimore, you got to travel up to DC, you got to travel up to um, Dover. Uh, in fact, you don't even hit Dover before you hit DC. You hit Dover before you hit DC. So I mean, and then with Bethune Cookman because they're the easternmost team in our conference. I had no issues with with Bethune Cookman. They don't really talk a lot. Now, if this was like maybe some like 9, 10 years ago, like this was like 9, 10 years ago when they had Brian Jenkins was the head coach and Alvin Shine Wide was head coach back then we'd be like, nah, y'all can keep them. We don't want to be bothered with them. They on a whole other level. But I'm just thinking like uh, you know, if Phil Bethune Cookman and they didn't have the money, they want to be, they still want to be competitive. I still say keep them in there, but as far as what they're bringing in is money wise, I would say be a D2 and go to the SIAC. I don't know. I'm just saying. That's what I'm trying to find out with. Hey, look, I wasn't on the app. Look, I wasn't on the app tussling today. I was actually I was actually doing UIL stuff for the state of Texas. I wasn't tussling on the app today. I was doing that, and half the other time I was asleep. It is my off day today, y'all. I'm relaxed. First day of my off day, I'm relaxed. I don't care. I smoke a good cigar, watch some old school wrestling, and look at the app for a good hot second, and then I'm taking a nap. Um, but I think to me, I think everybody just need to chill out. Everybody needs to chill out. And what's going on, Ellen? Um, Everybody need to chill out and let's see what's happening. Cause I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna be like this. Bethune Cookman they don't say nothing. They don't say too much. They do what they do and they go home. You know what I'm saying? It be them rattlers that's about to go 5-7 this season, this coming up season. They be talking all that rah-rah. They be talking all that rah-rah. And we be like, hey, ship them Negroes back. But yeah, we all. I mean, we should be all good. And then I'm to ask you this: what in the world is? I feel like the MEAC. I feel like Commissioner Steele. She's the MEAC conference commissioner. I feel like she's extending her hand out to Morehouse. And the reason why I say she's extending her hand out to Morehouse, because first of all, it's an arms race. Now, if it's between the MEAC and the SWAC, Commissioner Steele and Commissioner McClellan to get that Atlanta market, that's a biggie right there. So in the in a sense, it's good. It's a good business decision. It's a good business decision to get Morehouse. It's a good business decision to get Morehouse to the MEAC because they fit in well. Like from Orangeburg to Atlanta is like about 3.5 hour drive. From you know, um, of course with the travel, and then with the travel, you still got to go to Dover, you still got to go to Baltimore, you got to go to Princess and excuse me, nasally. Uh, and then it fits, for football. And then it fits well with basketball. They do have a big basketball. They are a big basketball school. They do have that. I see that. Um, also, shout out to Rick Ross, his son. His son making the decision, who's a 3-star offensive lineman from St. Thomas Aquinas in Fort Lauderdale, the same school that produced Michael Irvin and some other notable great players that are pretty much almost in the Hall of Fame, either in the Hall of Fame or close to it. He had multiple out offers from Power 5 schools. I don't know if he had one from Colorado, but if he did, he probably did. But he spurned all the. He spurned the Power 5. He spurned the Group of 5. And guess what? He decides to go to Bethune-Cookman. He decides to commit to Bethune-Cookman. And I think that is a great thing right there for Coach Woody, who is building, who is getting this team to be um, who's building to be competitive. Oh man, got word intel. Sorry about that, y'all. Got word intel. Sundiata Anderson from Grambling, who's at the East West Shrine game. Sorry about that. He's here too. I meant to say that. Sundiata Anderson tweaked his knee in the first quarter, and he tried to stay in. They took him out as precautionary because I think he's trying to do the HBCU combine and some other things going on. So they're looking out for the kid, looking out for his future. Sorry to hear about that. Get well, my brother. In fact, I am going to be interviewing him as soon as he gets back to Louisiana. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to that because me and him have been in contact with each other. He wanted to do the interview after the Shrine Bowl, so we're going to get that squared away as soon as he gets back to his destination. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. I'm gonna make sure y'all get I'm gonna make sure y'all get the exclusive, man, because I want to try to get some players on here that's going to the draft and that's draft eligible and see what they got going on. Um, but it's still kind of hard to see about that. Him injuring, tweaking his knee, but hopefully it's not nothing major, just something, just a little small little tweak to it, and he'll basically rehab that, and pretty much get back to what we all know of him being a terror on the defensive line, terrorizing offensive tackles and stuff like that. See some other. Say he's good though. Ooh. So the West is up 17-3. They got 39 seconds left in the second quarter. So right now they got Tua's younger brother is playing quarterback right now. Mm, that's a bad boy right there. Look like he better than his brother. But anyway, let's get down to the meat and potatoes too before we get. Let me finish my statement. Morehouse, take your ass to the MEAC. It will do you wonders. Jump up to D1, take your ass to the MEAC. It will do you wonders. All right, let's get to it. All right, so Lord Jesus, Jay, you tripping. So let's get to it. Um, this is from the Tallahassee, the South Florida Sun Sentinel. This I got this article yesterday. I mean, yesterday, and then I found out about it today. Brandy, Morehouse doesn't have women's sports because it's all male. It's all male school, so they'll probably have a special provision for them because it's an all male school. Because Spelman doesn't have sports. Just let you know, they don't have sports. Uh, so let's get to it. So FAMU discrimination lawsuit rejected. Judge says group didn't show segregation sanctioned by law. So, um, so this coming from Tallahassee, a federal judge has rejected a potential class action lawsuit that alleged the state has discriminated against historically black Florida A&M University in issues such as funding and programs. Um, U.S. District Judge Robert Hinkle last week issued a 29-page ruling that dismissed the case filed by lawyers for 6 FAMU students. He wrote that the plaintiffs did not meet a key legal test of showing that disparities among state universities were rooted in what is known as de jure segregation, which basically means segregation sanctioned by the law. Um, what's going on, me, Mike? All right. So pretty much basically it's saying that if Florida did not make this a law that it's supposed to be separate but equal, that's really what it, and that's in a sense that's really what it's supposed is what it's sounding like it's supposed to be, separate but equal. But the judge is saying that they didn't put in like example in a sense they didn't do like put it like examples of why uh, they have so much disparities uh, between the predominantly white institutions of Florida, like basically Florida State, Florida, which are the two. Well, Florida State is a land grant institution. Florida University of Florida is the flagship school, and then you have Central Florida. You got all your other PWIs, and then you have you really have three. You have three HBCUs. No, four HBCUs in the state of Florida, which is FAMU, Bethune Cookman, Edward Waters, Florida Memorial. Out of all four of those schools, FAMU is the only school that is a public institution because the other three are private institutions. So we want to make sure get that going. What up, man? Um, as an example, the lawsuit alleged FAMU has faced underfunding when compared to other state universities, but Hinkle wrote that a state funding formula approved in 2014 for all 12 state universities is facially neutral, relying on measurable criteria such things as retention and graduation rates and employment results. Basically, they saying that he's saying that in 2014, which would have been the time that it would have been Rick Scott, who was the governor of the state of Florida at that time, they put in they had a formula that was put in to where they kind of see how they set the state funded for each of the public universities in the state of Florida. So basically, what he's saying is that you didn't that they didn't include like the graduation rate. Say that fast like 10 times. Retention, and then how many students when they graduate from these universities, how many students are employed basically like in their field, their field of study. So that's those are the things that he kind of pointed out, um, that he was trying to point out to them, that so we want to make sure you want to make sure that yeah, I look, your accent ain't having it. um So I think in a sense they did not include some of those things right there. And I wish, look, look, somewhat rivalry aside from football, whatever, these kids, these kids deserve that state funding. They deserve the same equal amount of state funding that the University of Florida, Florida State, Central, South, um, all the state universities would get. They deserve that. Um, they deserve it. So, continuing on, the plaintiffs assert the formula is unfair to FAMU, which draws a disproportionate share of students with educational and socio-economic backgrounds, making it more difficult to succeed in college, Hinkle wrote. The assertion is not without force, but the lawsuit alleges no facts that would support a finding that the formula is either traceable to the de jure segregation that ended decades ago or a result of intentional racial discrimination. So basically, what they're saying is that if this was so, is this is what's going on at FAMU, if why you not getting this funded, is it because it was put in law De jure segregation is a law. That's what that is. Or is this just straight up racial discrimination? Basically, the state legislator and the governor is basically in cahoots and say, excuse my language, fuck these Negroes, we ain't giving them a dime. Uh, so he also saying that because FAMU gets more, FAMU would get more poor students. That's it. That's all he said. That's all the judge said. He wrote it just kind of in crazy, not even saying crazy, but in judicial terms. But in layman's terms, he's saying basically FAMU draws a disproportionate share of students with uh, low educational, low socioeconomic backgrounds. So basically, it's saying that because of where they're coming from, it's going to be hard for them to succeed in college. Um, So it's kind of crazy to just even think like that. Like literally, I'm be real with y'all. Like I said, give them their money. Every HBCU in the states, in the southern states, is old money because we are being ran by majority Republican party. I mean, just put it just like that. Mm, mm. Yeah, and Mr. Jones, Mr. Emmett, you look. It's always going to be institutional racism. It's always going to be uh, structural racism because it's the way that this is all structured. All structured. Like, of course, I'm giving my example. I live in the state of Texas. Two state universities that are two HBCUs that are state institutions is Texas Southern and Prairie View. Prairie View belongs to the Texas A&M university system. And I'm telling you like this: if we get a damn Democratic governor up in there, and he or she say, "Hey, y'all owe these schools this money because y'all try to sit fat, and only reason why you hold this money because they black." Nah, I'm gonna give you. We gonna give them this money. We're gonna give them this money. You know how much Prairie View would be owed by Texas A&M? They would be owed. Excuse my language. They would be owed a shit load of money by Texas A&M. Cause, like I said, first of all, they are part of the Texas A&M system. Second of all, it's written in our state constitution that they're supposed to get the same equal amount of funding as University of Texas and Texas A&M. And the way that Texas Southern was founded, because Texas Southern founded as a junior college for Negroes in the city of Houston, and then the way Texas Southern really got put on the map is because the simple fact that Mr. Sweat, back in the 60s, who tried to go to the University of Texas, the law school in the University of Texas, he couldn't get in. So what happened was the state legislature ended up they ended up passing a bill saying that uh, Texas Southern for black people in the state of Texas to uh, proceed with their education um, in criminal justice and law created the Thurgood Marshall School of Law, and that's supposed to be funded straight by the state too. They not getting that funded. They're not getting that funded. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's just like it's. Uh, so yeah, Brandy, Texas Southern was a JUCO when they first started out. Because it was for Negroes. Um, and it's the same way as University of Houston, so they pretty much is on the same level, but one for black, one for white. Um, and it's crazy. I read all about that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Heman Sweat. If that man didn't do what he did, and it changed the landscape of students going into pursuing law, they go to Texas Southern. I will push, like, I promise you, I would never in my life push a kid to go to University of Texas just because I just know the history of the university. I just know the history of the university. I wouldn't push a kid to go to Texas A&M because I know the history of the university. I wouldn't even push the kid to go to Ole Miss because I know we know the history of the university. Mississippi State, Southern Miss. Push a kid going to LSU or even in Arkansas with Pine Bluff, pushing the kid to go to University of Arkansas or Arkansas State or Central, Southern. I wouldn't push no kid. I would push a kid to go to I would push a kid to go to Arkansas Baptist. I would push a kid to go to Philander Smith. I would push a kid to go to Texas Southern, Prairie View, Wiley, Jarvis, Texas College, Paul Quinn, Houston Tillotson. I'll push a kid to go to Jackson State, Rust, Alcorn, Valley, Grambling, Southern, even the like just Southern. The whole university system of Southern is. I'll push them to go there. I won't push a kid to go to a predominantly white school. I won't. I won't. I would not. You know, like I can't do it. Now I'm a fan when it comes to sports. Now I'm a fan. So I'm a fan of University of Memphis when it comes to basketball. I'm sorry, that's just me. I look. I love Penny Hardaway. You know what I'm saying? He's like one of my favorite players of all time, other than Dirk. Uh, you know what I'm saying? But I like them in basketball. But I wouldn't push nobody to go to the University of Memphis unless you from Memphis. And if you from Memphis, I'm telling you to go to Lamar On or go to Lane College in Jackson, Tennessee, or the Tennessee State, or even in Ohio, Wilberforce, Central State. Like it's tons of schools where we could push our kids to go to and tell them and basically I'm sorry to say this, give these crackers the middle finger because they try to say we ain't worth the spit that the ground is on. Yes, sir, Tony. I know Memphis very well. Stayed in South Memphis for a little bit. Hey, Parkway. um, but yeah, I'm pushing these kids to go. But let's get back to it. So basically going on with the article, as another example, the lawsuit alleged that duplications of programs with Florida State University and other universities have harmed FAMU. It contended that FAMU needs to have high demand, unique academic programs to help draw a wide range of students. A key example in the case was a decision in the 1980s that created a joint engineering program for FAMU and Florida State students rather than having the program only at FAMU. So that's the thing. That's when we go back to where I said for the example for Texas Southern when they created the Thurgood Marshall School of Law. That now, why would you create a joint engineering program for a school that has way more money, way more funding than this university that has little to none, and say, oh no, y'all gotta share it. Like y'all gotta share it. Come on. Tell me where they do that at. Only place that I know they do that at is in Florida. So it is correct. FAMU need to have their own engineering, own law, own medical. Need to have all that. They don't need to be tied to Florida State. Florida State is on. It's not on the other side, but it's on the other. It's across the way. If you ever been to Tallahassee, it's across the way. What else do they need on their campus? What I just have to ask, what else do they need on their campus that these students don't? That these students need immensely at FAMU. Let's keep going. But Hinkle, whose ruling addressed U.S. Supreme Court precedents such as the 1954 decision in Brown versus Board of Education and a 1992 decision in the Mississippi case about segregation in higher education, wrote that the fact FAMU and Florida State both offer basic math classes and degrees in accounting and a host of other disciplines can hardly be characterized as an impermissible vestige of de jure segregation. These are standalone major research universities with their own individual existence, course offerings, and degree programs. Okay. So basically, what they're saying is, look, the schools provide the same shit that everybody else provide. They got math, they got science, they got English, they got history, they got all these other places, all these other these programs that this other school would have, but but it's still the funding. It's always gonna go back to the funding of the schools that is being disproportionately administered to the schools. That's where it goes back to. Doesn't go back to anything else. It goes back to, okay, these schools are disproportionately uh, being funded. So what do we do? What do we do? I tell you what you do. Give the money to the schools that need it the most. And we're not even talking about, this is not even sports. This is basic stuff that we supposed to have every time, every day when we go to class. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's one of the things where we gotta step it up. You have to step it up. You gotta step it up, y'all. Cause this is ridiculous. Sometimes, man, it's just ridiculous. The plaintiffs complained that FAMU has too few unique high demand programs not available at any of the 11 other state universities, Hinkle wrote, but asked at oral argument for an example of any program FAMU is lacking. Any program the plaintiffs assert FAMU does not offer today because of the prior de jure segregation or current intentional discrimination, the plaintiffs could come up with none. Florida State and University of Florida have larger student bodies than FAMU and other and offer more courses, but the complaint alleges no facts that would support a finding that this is traceable to de jure segregation or intentional racial discrimination. So basically, he's saying is that they couldn't that he's saying that they couldn't come up with any type of answer of what they are lacking that these other schools have. And so basically he kind of say, well, they can go to this other school right here. Hinkle in June dismissed an earlier version of the lawsuit, but allowed the plaintiffs to come back with a revised version to try to address his concerns. The revised case filed in July contended that state practices involving FAMU violated the Equal Protection Clause of the U.S. Constitution and what is known as Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Defendants, the state officials, acts and omissions in determining what programs FAMU can and cannot offer, and which of these programs are also offered or only offered at neighboring TWIs, basically, he said, traditionally white institutions, perpetuates the segregation era policy of defining an institution by race rather than by its pro- programmatic offerings, one part of the lawsuit said. FAMU has always been and remains the black school. Its identity as an institution of higher learning is not based on what programs it offers or other academic criteria such as the strength of its facilities, professors, and faculty research productivity. Basically, the judge gave them a second chance to say, hey, y'all need to go back there and see what else that what are you missing in this case? You need to name what you are missing in this case. And they felt like they could not name a lot of stuff. Um, I like this. This is my boy EA. Let me put it up here. Good evening, Doc. How can you fight for something that, as a whole, we have no knowledge about our own HBCUs? Hell, many blacks were saying we needed to close HBCUs down at the Obama election post-racial society. Hmm. And for those who said that they need to close down the HBCU after Obama was elected, they need to go jump off a bridge. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that. But they need to have several seats on broken glass. Um, I'm be honest with you. I'm be honest with you. It could have been a good case. I My whole thing could have been a good case, and they feel like they could have put more. He feel like he could have put more emphasis on it. This judge who was appointed by during the Bush era No, the Clinton era. I'm sorry to say that he was from the Clinton era. Um, he sided with he sided with the I'm gonna call them that. Traditionally white institutions. Let's call them that. Don't jump, people. Just take a seat on broken glass. I put it just like that. Or just take a seat on a bunch of thumbtacks. Put it just like that. All right. But I'm thinking that they go back to the drawing board. They kind of look at what is going on and what they are missing, and just present the case again. And you are correct. A lot of people thought we made it after President Obama was elected. I ain't made. I don't think I made it. In my mind, I made it, but uh, one man don't define me. Historically white institutions. Hey, use that too. I'm gonna use that too. Um, but like I said, all jokes aside, between with FAMU and with all the stuff going on, like it's a major issue that we need to basically address with all of our state institutions, and not just all of our state institutions, even our private HBCUs. We need to address that with them. Where are you funded? Where are you getting your funded from? How much are you getting funded? How much is the state allocating to you? How much is the state withholding from you? So we need to kind of go back and revisit and see what we need to do to get our funding. That is the big question, the everything about it. What do we need to do to get our funding? Um, Hopefully the students do not give up. Hopefully we as alum and as a HBCU family, we can help these students try to figure out what it is that y'all are missing, um, and go back there and fight the good fight. I just all I wanted to say right there. See what Mr. Jones he's having a word with me, man. God works in mysterious ways. A lot of white folks attend HBCUs because economically it's a heck of an education. Some funding may eventually get better while keeping our identity. That is true. That is true. One thing they said about in this article, they kind of tied in with the Mississippi case, which is the Ayers case. Y'all already know what the Ayers case was. The Ayers case was that the state of Mississippi was withholding our money from our three state institutions, HBCU institutions, Valley, Alcorn, Jackson State, um, and we was owed the money. They paid up the money, but they also put provisions in this, in the whole thing about how we keep the money. Um, but we still are owed millions and billions of dollars. Let's reiterate this. We still are owed millions and billions of dollars from our state legislators. If we had a progressive governor like a Wes Moore from Maryland with a state legislative um, that is pro Democrat, will be sitting like real getting money like Morgan State. Morgan State is getting their money. Why? Because the governor is recognizing that they have been hold for a long time. So yeah, I hope, and yeah, I hope Tennessee State get a better, get a good president, a great president. I think Dr. Glover was a great president for Tennessee State. Um, Hopefully, they get one that's pretty much within her realm or even better, because I feel like the person that they get, they will be able to fight to get the rest of their money. But let's so I want to get on that. What else we got? What else we had going on? What else we had going on today? So of course, if you don't know, if you haven't been listening to KC 1400, shout out to them. The last 2 days, Monday and yesterday, Jackson State have put out their season ticket prices for uh, season parking prices and everything. And I know a lot of people, we had a lot of questions. We had a lot of questions for Miss Vaughn. Shout out to her, and I think she answered all those questions uh, in an orderly fashion. Um, Today was the first day, February the 1st, of getting them tickets, them season tickets, y'all. I don't know how much the numbers were for today, but I know that, excuse me, I know that it was a lot of fans that was in line to get them tickets. Um, Tickets are $160 because remember, we have 5 home games. Now we could have had a 6 home game, but we are back at the Gulf Coast Challenge in Mobile, and Ashley did that because he a player and he trying to get that money. Uh, and it was a great show last night. It was a great show last night. Even though I kind of fell asleep off the rest of it, but it was a great show last night. And 225 for by season is a steal. It is a steal. Like that's a steal. And that's the reason why we say, hey, we know today's the first of the month. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up. Had to listen to my Bone Thugs and Harmony today. Uh, it's first of the month. We already know rent is due. Um, Thank God I'd have paid my rent. Shit. Y'all don't know what I was going through in January. Y'all see the gray hair on my beard? This ain't from the kids. This is from strizzling up paying bills. Uh, you can see it on my head. I got my head braided and everything. Woo, golly. Let's see what we got. Appreciate you, Mr. Haynes. He said Mr. Haynes for the MEAC banner. Hey, appreciate you though. Appreciate you. You've been rocking with me from the beginning when it was only 4 people in the chat. He was one of them. How you doing, Miss Tyra? It's military payday, so you already know. And we're not just saying this for Jackson State. I'm not talking about just for Jackson State. I'm talking about for all our institutions. If your institution is selling season tickets, you need to take your ass to that ticket box office and get your damn tickets. No matter if you Jackson State, Alcorn, Morgan, Howard, don't matter. Go get your tickets. It will help out, it will help out the athletic department immensely. Help out the athletic department immensely. The more season tickets they sell and you buy, the more money it goes towards athletics. And it's just not going towards football. This is going towards athletics. This is going towards those sports that do not generate revenue, like a golf, tennis, you know, softball, uh, track and field. They don't generate revenue. I know EA. So you trying to buy your tickets for the game? Yeah, we come on now. It's the game, bruh. We look. We might not like y'all as far as for when it comes to football, but at the end of the day, money needs to be made. That's what I'm telling you. Money needs to be made at the end of the day. Yeah, bowling the same thing. It's the non-revenue, revenue generating sports. It helps out with those. Baseball generates a little bit, but that help buying the season tickets helps out with that. Because our revenue generators is basketball and football, and sometimes baseball. If your school is big on baseball, you know what I'm saying. But the two main generators is basketball and football. Football will be the main the main driving force. Uh, Uh, yeah, impact. Yeah, my bad. Son Boom, impact tickets. Yeah, make sure you get to that EA. Because like I said, we want y'all to come to Jackson. We want y'all to be in Jackson. We gonna treat y'all. We gonna. I'm not even in Jackson. I'm in Dallas. But when I get to Jackson, we gonna treat y'all good in Jackson. We gonna whoop your ass, but we gonna feed you. We gonna give you something to drink and send you on your merry way to Tallahassee. But we gonna make sure that you have a good time when you come to Jackson, Mississippi. And like I said, like look, $160 for 5 games, y'all. $160. $160. How much? Let's do the math. It's 5 games, right? It's 5 games, right? I'm about to pull out. I'm pulling out the calculator. That's $32. That's $32 per game. That's $32 per game. But getting the season tickets, you're saving more money getting the season tickets because remember you getting an individual ticket. Uh, you getting an individual ticket, man. That like you're paying fees after that. Like seriously, 32 like $160 for 5 games. That's $32 per game. You can't beat that. You can't beat that if it was eggs in a bowl. I'm just being real. You can't beat that if it was eggs in a bowl. So Ghana, the season tickets are $160. And that would be a good look. Pay it forward. And and Think about this. Think about this. Get your season tickets, get your parking passes. You probably paying maybe what, $300. Like for the season, the regular tickets, the single game tickets are like $45. So you actually saving more. You saving $13 every time. So you saving $65 overall. Like, hey, just get your tickets, man. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. I don't want to hear no complaining talking about, man, they too high and stuff like that. I don't care. Look, the IRS opened up Monday. Everybody done got their W-2s. I got my W-2s. I got my 1099 from YouTube. I'm filing Cash App. Come on. Come on. You have money in like 2 or 3 weeks. Come on. Once you get it, put your little money to the side. Oh, that's that's the TV. Sorry, Brandon. That's the TV. Put your little money to the side and get your tickets. Get your tickets. Yeah, I got it's 23-3. The West is leading the East right now in Shrine Bowl. Got a player from I think Frank Gore Jr. is there. I'm looking at it. There you go. Uh, Another thing I'm doing, um, like I said, I'm doing something with Merch Pack, with Merch Sports. He sent me a mock up of some hoodies, basically black and white, white and black. Just start off with some basic stuff for hoodies, and it's basically gonna have the channel logo on there. I just want to make sure, see if anybody, if we get to going, how many people would be willing to purchase a hoodie, and I would kind of get back to him and see how this all gonna play out. We're gonna probably do 10 black, 10 white, see how that goes, see how much we get, and then go on from there. So I sent my moderators the mock up of the colors of the hoodies. Uh, you ain't no good, girl. uh, hey, hey, we like you to add to our economy in Jackson. But we gonna feed you. We gonna feed you. We gonna party with you. We gonna see you on your happy ass way after we beat you in the game. All right, so we got the PayPal. And you don't even have to add 40,000 right there, Jay. You can add. Let's say we do 10,000. Let's just say we do 10,000, right? The 10,000 season tickets, right? That's 1.6. That's $1.6 million right there. And $1.6 million out there, right there, off the rip, off the rip. And then you add in the 45. You did, let's say the other 30,000 it multiplied by 45. Since the tickets is $45, man, making money, making money. Ooh, somebody got burnt. Mm. Oh yeah. Shout out to Jackson State. Shout out to AD Robinson, man. Like I said, he be sitting on the side. He be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I did get a chance to talk to him in Florida in December at the championship game. Good guy and everything. We talked about our kids and stuff like that. But he be in the background. He just be chilling. Shout out to AD Robinson for hooking us up, hooking up the AAC with a new video scoreboard. If y'all seen it on Twitter. We done show videos of it on Twitter. Like like it's it you don't see a lot of HBCUs have that. We got it. We got it. We got it. So it's a good thing that he does that. Cause like I said, some of that money goes to stuff that we need. Um, um, but yeah, it's good. Y'all seen that, man. Yeah, he didn't play ball at JSU. He played ball at Valley. Yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, man. We got a lot of we make sure y'all make sure it does like I said, make sure if you whatever institution that you represent, go and get season tickets. Get you some season tickets, y'all. Like I said, shout out to Mr. Haynes for the $20 donation for we can get the banners up here. Because this is where I'm going to be at now in my dining room to get the banners up here. Can't sit in front of the fireplace. Fireplace looks so immaculate right there. Get a banner and stuff like that. So we try to make it look. Uh, I got you. Oh yeah, shout out to Alabama A&M and they magnificent facility, man, on their campus. I like they facility. I like that basketball arena. Uh, you see it, Greek night, Greek night at the event center against FAMU. Um, get back to let's get into some basketball action because I don't think I done talked about some serious stuff already. Basketball action. The ladies of Jackson State University are playing Grambling at home in Jackson. So if you are going to the game, this is the ladies. You will get to see that magnificent new scoreboard. At the AAC. Make sure that y'all pack out the AAC, and then on the men's side, they are going to play Grambling also, but this will be at the HBCU Legacy, uh, the Legacy tournament. I guess I won't call it a tournament, but a game where it's hosted by is started up by Michael B. Jordan. Shout out to him. Um, so make sure you go to the ladies' game and then we watch the men's game on Saturday. It's a big deal, y'all. It's a very big deal um, that we represent our, the institutions right there. Man, my late uncle, God rest his soul, man. He used to do that thing. He used to do that to me right there. God rest his soul, man. He used to. What up, Doc? And it just resonates. It resonates, man. When you said that, I kind of had hit me for a second and reminisce about it. Um, Shout out to my uncle. Shout out to my late uncle. Uh, I would love to see this too. I would love to see this too, Mr. Haynes. In women's basketball, JSU versus Norfolk State in women's basketball. Mm. I like to see that. I like to see that matchup. It would be a nice matchup. That would be a nice matchup. Debbie Mario, yes I am. Yes I am. Um, Yes, I am. I will be in Jackson on for a couple of games. Look, I talked to I talked to Daphne. I talked to Lady Holiday. I talked to my mama. Um, because the lady has her son, stepson, Devon, at Jackson State. We're gonna make some games. So she already said the games that she wanted to go to. She said she wants to go to the Boombox Classic because she never been. Of course, she never been there. She never been to the Boombox Classic, but she also said she wants to go to the FAMU game and homecoming. So it'll be 3 games. I also said, try to make the games in Houston when we play Texas Southern, which is basically a 4-hour drive to down there from here. Also, um, also when we played Grambling in Grambling, I think that was another game we was talking about. I was talking about going to, and when they go to ULM, which is the first game of the season, because that's nothing but a 4-hour drive from Dallas. So I'm trying to make sure get all my coins correct. Um, got to get your coins correct. So um, and probably have my baby girl come with me on some of these games so she can see what her, basically see what her daddy does. Cause she doesn't, she knows what I do, but she kind of don't know what I do. Um, so we trying to, I'm trying to show her what her dad does, and that would be, in a sense, that would be my daddy daughter time right there. That would be my daddy daughter time. So that's what I'll do. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. See, she has a cousin that actually goes to she has a couple of cousins that go to Southern. Now, this is what I learned about her family. Her family, parts of her family originated from Louisiana. She had never been to Louisiana until about a couple years ago. Her dad's side, part of them come from Chicago, but they made their way to L.A. So, uh, but yeah, she gonna see how Jack State and Southern get down when it comes to when it comes down to the football game, and then yeah, food, yeah, we she gonna get the food. Jesus. Anyway, um, but yeah, we it's got some. I said I got some games to go to. Of course, I got to go to the. Of course, I got to go to the State Fair Classic because it's here at home. Um, and also, I was trying to see about the Labor Day Classic, um, but I think that would be a conflict schedule conflict right there. It all depends. All depends on how everything goes. So uh, I will be trying to save my coins and we'll be trying to raise some money on these coins so we get I give myself to these games and do my job. Do my job. This is a job for me now. Um, Especially when you get a 1099 form from YouTube and stuff. This is a job now. This is not. This ain't for play. This is a job. This is a job now. But other than that, man, uh, uh, y'all see it. Like I said, you see it on the bottom of the screen. Uh, Going through the ticker. Go ahead and go ahead and send a donation in. Go ahead and send a donation so we get these banners. Let's get this banner going. Hey, I don't think I don't think that it was rude of them to put them at home us at homecoming, but hey, it is what it is. They got to get this work just like everybody else. Um, they got to get this work like everybody else. But we shall see. We shall see. Make sure y'all, like I said, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the donation button. Like I said, we try to get all this stuff going on. And before we roll out of here, I will be trying to get, like I said, try to get banners in. I want to hang banners like it's like we won a championship. Just hanging banners out the rack. Um, that's something that I want to try to do as far as with the with this little area right here. And no problem. But excuse me. I am get ready to roll up off of here. But before we do that, we can do one more last commercial so we can pay these bills, and then we up out of here, y'all.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically to design to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
We back. We back. We are 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 back. One more thing I think I seen on here. Make sure you file your taxes. Yep, make sure you file your taxes. Um, Let me see something. It was something I was at. Oh, um, the National Alumni Association, the Jackson State University National Alumni Association DFW chapter is having a sneaker ball. Trying to see when. Yes. Uh, is the sneaker ball February the 24th. It is at the Renaissance Dallas Hotel. Um, Tickets. You go. There is a link to purchase the tickets. Um, but I think the prices of the tickets are starting off at $125. This is to raise money within the Dallas Fort Worth chapter for Jackson State University. Um, and like I said, this is the sneaker ball, the Jackson State University National Alumni Association (DFW) chapter scholarship fundraiser. Don't miss the inaugural sneaker ball, which this is a good thing to have right here. Not a lot of folks have talked about this. This is a good thing to have right here. This is in the DFW area. Renaissance Dallas Hotel. If you've never been to the Renaissance Hotel, it is if you've never been to Dallas. If you've been to Dallas, you know where that hotel is. It's the one that's kind of has a little bit slant at the top, but it is a very nice hotel. It's pretty much across the street from the Anatole, um, which is another nice hotel also. This goes on from 7 p.m. to 11. So basically, you got to dress up, but have your sneakers on. This is in my wheelhouse right here. This is in my wheelhouse. $125, but still, it's in my wheelhouse. My wheelhouse. Um, Also, get your damn tickets. Get your damn tickets. That's all I need to tell you. Get your damn tickets. Um, get your tickets and get your season tickets. No matter if you Jackson State or anybody else, get your season tickets. Help out your athletic programs. All right. Um, but other than that, we about to sign off for another 24 hours. Got to put the groceries up. Um, Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. This has been HBCU Tonight in correlation with HBCU Overdrive. Always, again, like, comment, share, subscribe, but also, most of all, donate. Donate and subscribe. Subscribe and donate. Either way it goes. Got one going. Yep, and that's my bro. So, get your damn tickets. Um, Make sure you hit up the PayPal, Cash App, Zelle. Um, Make sure you hit up the exclusive membership too. We're still doing that. We're still doing the exclusive membership. Make sure you also kind of watch out for my NFL channel that we're gonna have. Um, Also, um, in the works of basically trying to get this LLC going. Um, um, I'm about to say shout out to Keith Lee for coming to Dallas and recommending some places. Um, and there's one place he did recommend. Um, Hold on, let me I forgot to call my child, y'all. She wanted to speak to me. No. I had to call my child. She's asleep. She is asleep. But anyway, um, again, make sure channel, like the channel, donate, subscribe, comment, share, wherever you want to do it, whatever order you want to do it in. Make sure you do it in whatever order you want to. We'll be back on this thing probably tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be on it tomorrow too. Um, cause I'm gonna talk about some other stuff. Oh, before we do that, shout out to shout out to uh uh how far is Flowwood? You would say you said Flowwood from JSU Stadium, probably about 10 minutes, even if that. But you gotta, if you come, you gotta get to the stadium very early because that traffic is. When we say that traffic ain't no joke, that traffic is no joke during football season. I promise you. Shout out to just they did get this is what I read. They did get a new wide receivers coach. He is Norfolk State's he was Norfolk State's wide receivers coach and passing game coordinator. His name is Vincent Marshall. He did play at University of Houston. He was a wide receiver at University of Houston under Art Browse. Yeah, Art Browse. Um, um, I actually watched this dude play in high school. He's from Ennis, Texas, played at Ennis High School, state champion, played with Graham's older brother. I think it was not Clark, but uh, um, I think it was Sam. Sam is the older brother. Um, well, that's his dad, but I think it was either Sam, Clark, Ram. Clark is the last one. I think it's Clark. But he played with one of the Harrell brothers. He was a dynamic wide receiver. Uh, Fast is get out, quick off the line. Been around NFL, CFL, been around in culture, and now he's landed at Jackson State University as a wide receivers coach. Shout out to Vincent Marshall for making his way to the Jack. Yeah, y'all show him some love. Show him some love. And we going to be getting into about the O-line coach that's going to be coming up real soon. So, um, y'all go ahead and make sure. Show him some love. But with that being said, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe and hug your loved ones. We'll be back on this thing tomorrow. Doc Holliday is out of this thing for now. Peace.